So today's class is going to be a Yoga Nidra class, which simply means yoga sleep. And the idea is not to actually sleep, but to stay awake. I'm going to give you some tools along the way to help you. We're starting in a lying down position, fully supported. So maybe a blanket or a towel underneath your knees. Anything you need to support your head or neck. Letting your arms come out, palms facing up. Closing our eyes. So basically a supported Shavasana. As you take a moment to settle into this position, you'll notice that your body relaxes, starts to settle in. And at the beginning of our practice, take the time to make any adjustments to stay comfortable. We don't want any pain distracting us from our journey. And while you're taking this moment to settle into your position, to relax, to check in, I'm going to describe a little bit about what Yoga Nidra is. Yoga Nidra is an opportunity to de-stress, to release tension, to become very familiar with our body, to notice the changes that are going to happen within this practice, the subtle changing of our body. And I'm going to guide you through each and every part of your body. And your job is to bring awareness to these places. As we find this awareness, the hardest part about Yoga Nidra is staying awake. To continue to take a moment to settle in. Notice as you settle into this position that our breath begins to calm down. There's no effort needed. So our breath begins to become shallow. And for this few moments at the beginning of our practice, I want you to allow your breath to deepen. By deepening, we notice that our inhales and our exhales get a little bit longer. They stay slow. We take our time with our breath. Maybe you begin to notice pauses in our breath. We should be finding those pauses at the end of our inhale and the end of our exhale. As we move into this longer breathing pattern, I want you to try and retain this breath throughout the rest of our practice. And we'll check into it from time to time to encourage our bodies to continue this breathing. In and out through our nose, feeling our belly expand with our inhales and soften with our exhales. We're going to move into a visual journey. I want you to imagine that you're on a nice warm beach where there's gentle sun out, blue skies, and that we're laying in a nice comfortable bed of sand. Sand that supports our entire body in the shape that it naturally is at this moment in our life. As we feel this support through the back of our body, we give ourselves permission to relax into that support. And we know that sand will move as we soften, that it'll give, but still continue to support. Noticing that support from the back of our head. Notice the sand that supports the back of our neck, allowing it to remain in the position that it's in. Feel the back of our shoulders rest heavy in the sand. Again, knowing you're supported. Feel how our upper back relaxes. Our mid back. Noticing our spine being supported, and then our ribs are allowed to soften and open. Feeling the curve of our low back being supported. Noticing the back of our hips. Feeling the front of our hips open. Noticing our legs relaxing out. Notice that the upper legs feel in a slight rotation out, and the knees are able to relax. The lower legs are able to relax. No tension in our ankles. They feel comfortable in this position. Our feet relaxing and not having to support us for this moment. Maybe even noticing a bit of warm sand that's able to wrap around our feet, providing comfort, ease. Noticing that the sand is warm and comforting. So remembering that this is a Yoga Nidra practice, a practice of being supported in who we are and how we hold our bodies. So all we have to do is lie down, support our body in a lying down position, close our eyes, and allow ourselves to stay comfortable, to breathe, and to stay aware. As we move deeper into this awareness of our body, the hardest part will be to stay awake. And in just a moment, we'll get to how to stay awake and how to keep yourself awake, but relaxed all at the same time. Before we move any deeper, check in with how we feel. Do we still feel supported? Do we need to make any adjustments? As we imagine ourselves on our beach, There's no one else around, it's just us. The temperature is absolutely comfortable for us. We're breathing long and slow. We're taking our time with our breath. You may notice from time to time that you move into thought. As we find these moments where thought steps into our mind, I want you to let it go. Just acknowledge it. Recognize the thought and give it permission to drift off. As we stay in this warm bed of sand, in this comfortable temperature, I want you to imagine that just for a moment, cloud cover is coming in and covering up our sun. The temperature is still warm, we're still comfortable, and we're still supported. And though this cloud is passing through, not a very large cloud, so our sun will be back in just a moment. But notice how it feels to be supported, to be given permission to be exactly as we are, to allow that feeling to be in our body as well as our mind. Breathe long and slow into that feeling. What does it feel like to be supported through not just our mind and our thought, but our whole entire body? So we recognize this feeling right now, right here. I want you to hang on to it as much as possible. Then I want you to imagine that the sun is starting to peek out, and you feel a gentle warmth of the sun move across the top of your head. Imagining the gentle tingling feeling, the warmth, the relaxation, and that sense of ease that comes with sunshine gently covering our body. Right now, it's only on the top of our head. And imagine that warmth beginning to move across your forehead. As it spreads across your forehead, you begin to notice the skin softening. With the softening of our forehead, we find that space between our eyebrows begin to relax. We feel an ease move across our eyebrow line all the way to our temples. We feel the sunshine spreading across our eyelids. We feel the warmth not just touch our skin, but move deep into our body. Feel it soothe our mind. Feel it wrap around our head. Feel it spread across our nose. Very slowly moving down our cheeks. Feel the warmth of the sun move deep into our jaw. Feeling the soft tissue soften all the way into the gums, around our teeth. Maybe noticing if our teeth gently move apart. If our tongue softens from the roof of our mouth. Feel the warmth of the sun move across our mouth. Across our chin. Feel it warm our neck. Not just the front of our neck, but the sides of our neck. And check in with our breathing. Is it still long? Are we still taking our time with our breath? Are we still able to notice the pauses? And feel the warmth of the sun begin to move across our chest. Feel it sink deep into our shoulders. As our shoulders relax, Feel the back of them still supported by the sand. Feel our arms get heavier, yet still supported. Feel the warmth move down our arms into our elbows. As the warmth moves into our forearms, we notice our wrists relaxed. We begin to feel the warmth of the sun move across our hands, starting with one finger at a time. Our thumbs, our index fingers, our middle finger, our ring finger, our pinky. And feel the sun move deep into the palm of our hand. This is just the warmth. If we find that we're falling asleep and that we're having a hard time staying awake, I want you to lift your hands up. Allow your elbows to stay on the floor and just let your hands relax so that we're creating kind of a goalpost arm, so the wrists are able to soften down, the fingers still stay relaxed, but the back of our forearms or back of our upper arms and our elbows stay relaxed on the floor. And as we hold our hands up, if we begin to fall asleep, our hands will be slowly falling down to the floor. Should be just enough to wake us up and bring us back into our hands lifted off the floor. The position should be comfortable, creating no tension in our shoulders. Feeling the sun gently move across our belly. Let it move deep into the core of our body, warming us all the way in so that we feel balanced from the warmth on the outside of our body to the warmth on the inside of our body. Remembering that this warmth is just a comfortable feeling for us. It's a comfortable temperature. The absolute perfect temperature for us. As the warmth sinks into the core of our body, notice how it affects our breath. Noticing that the sun begins to move across our hips. Maybe allowing our hips to relax out a little bit more. Because the sand is supporting us, there's no tension or work that needs to be applied to our hips. It's just us being supported, relaxing, letting go of anything we find in this area. Noticing that the front of our body is beginning to feel the same temperature as the back of our body. That the core of our hips begins to feel the same temperature as the back and the front. And feel the warmth begin to move across the front of our legs, ever so slowly, taking its time. Feel the warmth slowly moving towards your knees. Noticing the sense of relaxation and ease that's created within our knees. All the tension let go. Maybe begin to noticing a little more blood flow through this area. Begin to feel the warmth of the sun move across our lower legs. Feel the warmth gently wrap around our lower legs, moving towards our ankles. The warmth begins to move across our ankles and then our heels. We'll begin to wrap around our feet. We'll move all the way down to our toes. Imagining that as the sun wraps around our toes, it begins to seal in all the warmth, all the ease, all the comfort that you can imagine, all gets sealed in. And then it's now been captured from our head to our toes. That sense of relaxation. That sense of ease. That sense of support. As we really focus on that sense of support now being engulfed into our entire body, does it feel different than it did at the beginning of our practice? To be supported physically, to be supported mentally, as we feel that sense of support, we begin to feel a sense of acceptance. Acceptance in who we are. Checking in with our breath again. Can we expand that sense of acceptance, a sense of support with each breath? Letting it move deeper into each cell of our body. Feeling it expand with each inhale. And feel a deeper sense of support with each exhale. We find these few opportunities to check in with our mental well-being, our physical well-being, allowing us to stay present in all that we find in this position, in this place. With these feelings of support, with the warmth and comfort that we found. Reminding ourselves that at this moment in time, this is the only place we need to be. Checking in with our breath. As we continue to lay here, fully supported by the sand, by the warmth, by the comfort of this position. Imagine for a moment a very gentle breeze is beginning to move into the area. To move gently across our bodies. The breeze is ever so gentle, almost as if it's barely moving. Just a stir in the air. Imagine that gentle stir of the air is mimicking what is going on within our body. A gentle awakening of energy. Begin to feel it move into our toes, our feet, the gentle stir begins to move into our ankles. Feel it move up our legs. Feel it pause at our knees. Feeling the energy stir around our knees. And feel that gentle breeze moving up our legs, inviting energy to move into our legs. Feel it slowly moving into our hips. Feel it move into our belly. Feel it move into our chest. Feel it move deep into our shoulders. Feel it move down our arms, into our elbows, our forearms, our wrist. Feel it move into each finger, just like a gentle breeze, a little bit of movement. And feel it move across our collarbones. We'll move into our neck, our jaw, our mouth, across our cheeks, around our eyes, across our forehead, top of our head. Warm, gentle stir of the air. Feel with it a little bit of stir in our breath. As we check back in with that long, slow, deep breath. Fill our belly expand with our breath. Feel it soften. And very slowly begin to bend our knees. Draw our knees into our chest and give them a hug. Maybe begin to rock side to side, letting our head and our shoulders move with our lower body. And slowly roll over to our right side. Just taking a moment to pause. Slowly begin to press ourselves up, finding our way back to a comfortable seated position. As we find our seat, let's rise up tall through our spine. Bring our hands together in front of our heart. Seal in that comfort, that support, that opportunity to be present within your own body, your own mind, and your own energy. Reminding ourselves what that felt like. Keeping it as a gift that we can return to again. The gift of familiarity, of opportunity, of embracing self. Hold on to it as long as you can. Take it with you as you go off of your mat. Remember it. Ask for it when you need it again. Namaste.